is good, but it can be better.
So this video is going to be spoiler free, but there will be some spoilers afterwards, so I will inform you. I seriously do not know why this film is getting a lot of hate, because honestly, I loved it. The score by Hans Zimmer is just majestic, the action is well done, the set pieces are grand, and the colors are beautiful. It's a film made with a lot of heart and passion and love, which I adore. I suggest you do watch this film, available in theaters for now or on HBO Max. Now, there are going to be spoilers, so I'm warning you. I think this film has pretty good writing. The starting scene where a young Diana cheats to win an Olympic style games played by the Amazonians, it sets up the theme of the film, which is the power of truth. I like the scene where Diana saves children in malls from thugs. It felt very 2000 superhero like. It feels like it goes back and pays homages to its roots. It sets her up as an everyday hero that protects the people. But then we are introduced to the character of Barbara, who just might be my favorite DCEU villain. No joke. She's clumsy, unnoticed, unseen. We relate to her and feel for her. And her relationship with Diana works because Diana sees her when no one else does. She becomes her friend. Barbara wanting to be like Diana also makes sense. When she gains her powers, she first starts to be seen and appreciated by everyone. She gets compliments and her presence is acknowledged, which makes her feel good. Then she realizes that she had also gained super speed and super strength. But the reason I love her transformation is because how it affects her emotionally. She goes from a good, kind hearted, and joyful young woman to a monster who has lost her humanity consumed by rage. The personal transformation makes it more nuanced and complex. Even the other villain, Maxwell Lord, is well done. We see him as a power hungry business tycoon, but deep inside he is a father who loves his son, but is a disappointment for he doesn't get to spend much time with him. Not completely fleshed out, but enough to make us empathize with him. Now, a rock grants wishes coming out of nowhere was a little weird, but that's not the point. Barbara wishes to be like Diana. Diana wishes for Steve to come back, and Maxwell wishes to have the powers of the rock. Seeing Steve return was great, as it was nice seeing him explore the 80s and how society and technology had progressed since the 40s. It wasn't too long and drawn out, but just enough, and it was funny as well. Plus, I have to give props to the production design department for making the 80s feel real and lived in. Now, this wish granting ordeal could have gotten stale, but I really like how they handle it. Firstly, their wishes make sense, but on realizing that their wishes come at a price that's something valuable is so genius because that sets up stakes within the story and leave our characters to make hard choices that help us get an inner and deeper look at these characters. This sets up the character conflict. It makes sense when our heroes realize they have to stop Maxwell Lord. Barbara would be totally against that idea because that would require her to go back to being ignored, thus leading her and Diana to clash. It's just great writing and an understandable reason for our characters to eventually fight. Diana not moving on from Steve after his death is also a pretty understandable thing for her to do. And after he's back, her power starts to fade away as she bleeds after a cool action scene. Again, brilliant because her wish comes at the cost of her powers. On realizing that in order to save the world, she needs to let go of Steve, she first rejects the idea, but eventually, when situations are dire, she does it. And her final scene with him was extremely emotional because she lets him die again in order for the greater good. Shows us how sacrifice is a part of being a superhero. The performances by Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, Kristen Wiig, and Pedro Pascal were absolutely great in their roles. They were brilliantly cast and made me believe in their struggles and hardships incredibly well. Now, in the climax, after a showdown with Barbara becoming Cheetah, a design I did not love to be honest, but got used to pretty quick. She doesn't stop Max by punching him, but she wins the day by redeeming him and reaching his heart that is his son. And that was something I loved. It's a clash of ideologies rather than a clash of punches. And in the near end, we see Diana ready to move on from Steve and start fresh and find new love, showing how she had grown as a character. It was done really well, in my opinion. This film is the passion project of Patty Jenkins, and you can tell that she really loves the character of Wonder Woman and how she means so much to so many people out there. It's her vision and look at the character that makes me appreciate the film even more. I'm loving DC at the moment because they're taking risks and giving filmmakers the freedom to experiment and showcase their talent with these brilliant characters. The last three Marvel films played it extremely safe, which made them pretty forgettable, whereas DC is doing the exact opposite, and I'm here to support it, and you should too. Cannot wait to see how Patty and team take the story forward in Wonder Woman 3 and how DC continues to make great content, making it a distinct voice in the comic book film community. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.